This is Optimal Finance Daily, episode 517, 10 Things Americans Waste Time On, by J Money of budgetsaresexy.com. And I am Dan, your host. Welcome to another edition of Optimal Finance Daily, where I read to you from some of the best personal finance blogs on the planet. And today's post is from J Money, and we're going to keep this intro nice and short and get right to it. So let's start optimizing your life. 10 Things Americans Waste Time On, by J Money of budgetsaresexy.com. The average life of a personal finance blog is pretty small in the grand scheme of things. Most bloggers can make it past the first 2 months without burning out or giving up, but many will stop way before they hit their first anniversary. Then you have the hustlers that make it to years 2 and 3 and even 4, putting them in the top 5% of all bloggers, and anyone who makes it past year 5 is just a total badass when it comes down to it. Thank you. After badassity, there's just one last level, granddaddyhood. The bloggers who have been sharing their thoughts for almost a decade on money and who really pioneered our little sliver of the online world here. Those like JD from Get Rich Slowly, Trent Ham from The Simple Dollar, Flexo and Luke from Consumerism Commentary, and one of my all-time favorites, FMF from FreeMoneyFinance. Which brings me to the point of today's history lesson. FMF is retiring from blogging after 9+ solid years. A day that eventually comes for all of us, but one you still hate to see when they've been in your life for literally a decade. And while FMF is in the small minority of those blogs left who did not sell his site for millions of dollars, he actually gives all his blog money to charity, he's still helped hundreds of thousands of people over his time online, and he will be sorely missed. So in an attempt to help carry on his words today, I thought we'd riff on one of his last posts on the 10 things Americans waste money on, which he actually took from Dave Ramsey, it looks like, and now J Money will be stealing too. We're all a happy, incestuous family online. What can I say? Here are the 10 things people apparently waste money on. Credit card interest, deal websites, appetizers, ATM fees, overdraft fees, speedy shipping, designer baby clothes, unused gym memberships, premium cable packages, and daily coffee trips. And here are my personal thoughts on them. Credit card interest. Agreed. Big fat waste of beautiful cashola. And we've all gone through our stages of paying this nonsense, haven't we? Some are still in the middle of it, but as long as you're diligently working to shed it off forever, there's no need to give you a hard time about it here. We all know it's dumb, but it's even dumb and dumberer to never do anything about it. So keep fighting the good fight. Was that a good movie, by the way? Deal websites. I'm reminded of what my friend Frugal Woods likes to say about this stuff. Nothing's going to save as much money as simply not buying anything at all. It's one thing to shop for stuff on sale that you were already going to buy anyway, but who honestly stops there and never pulls the trigger on other things they now all of a sudden need and want too? I gave up on these sites 2 years ago after Groupon first came around, as I could no longer trust myself to responsibly participate anymore, and my wallet has loved me ever since. Appetizers. Appetizers are so good, sometimes more than the actual meals. But I get that it does add a hefty amount to the total in the end, so I typically, maybe 90% of the time, avoid them as well. The other 10% is usually due to ordering appetizers instead of a main course to not only save money but get something scrumptious. But that's usually when I'm drunk and or not starving, which is like every time I'm at a restaurant. The starving part, not the drunk part. ATM fees. Do people still pay these? I've been so out of the loop since sticking to USAA over a decade ago that I honestly couldn't even tell you what these nasty ATMs charge anymore. USAA reimburses you for all of it automatically, so I haven't paid an ATM fee since I was a teenager. And believe me, I've even tested it in less than savory places too, where taking out cash, in ones, costs a hefty premium at certain locales, if you know what I'm saying. Overdraft fees. The worst. Not only do you get charged for not managing your money well in these cases, but it also usually means you're out of money too. So a double whammy right upside your wallet. That doesn't mean I haven't had my fair share of mess-ups too, but usually a quick call into customer service does the trick in cleaning up any dirty charges. It becomes a problem when you make this stuff a habit. Speedy shipping. I don't really have a problem with this if you rock one of those Amazon-like deals and do most of your shopping there through the year. Well worth the convenience surcharge in my opinion. But for one-offs, I never see the point. Unless you're ordering medicine or waiting till the last second to go Christmas shopping, I really don't think waiting a few extra days is going to kill you. But hey, if you have the money and want the niceties in life, why not? Designer baby clothes. Ha! Are they vomit, poop, and spill proof? And grow every 2 weeks just like your baby? If so, sign me up. That's miracle cloth right there. Unused gym memberships. Isn't unused anything a waste of money? This reminds me of an article I just read, though, on how out of all the things you can sink your money into, gym memberships aren't the worst. Because at least you try and force yourself to then go since you already spent money on it, versus, say, other things you've purchased and never use. If you have to waste your money on something, might as well be something that has the potential to make you healthier a few times a year. Premium cable packages. Let's just move along here. More on this in my article, Challenge Number 3 Complete, Saving $50 a Month on Cable. Daily coffee trips. Let's just move along here too. See my article, Overheard at the Coffee Shop. While it does seem that we Americans, and really all people in general, like to blow money on stuff, it's important to keep in mind that we all have our different priorities in life. What one person might waste money on, say like coffee shop visiting every week, another might find it important to them and thus build it into their budget. Now, of course, half that list up there really is wasted money, like with the fees and interest charges and whatnot. But as my friend Paula Pant likes to say, you can afford anything, just not everything. You get into trouble when you forget to cut out the stupid in your life so you have room for the awesome. Unfortunately, there are rules with math. How about you guys? Which are your Achilles heels up there? What would you add to the list? I thought for sure lottery tickets would have made it, but maybe people have wised up? Or were they included into their entertainment budget once and for all like I do? I never expect to win anything, but it's a nice 30 seconds of dreaming before you scratch away that dollar. We'll miss you, Free Money Finance. Farewell. You just listened to the post titled 10 Things Americans Waste Time On by J Money of budgetsaresexy.com. And one great way to become more conscious of this is to track all of your income and expenses, and you can do it for free with a simple spreadsheet, which we give away to every person who joins our weekly newsletter family over at oldpodcast.com. Plus, that spreadsheet comes with a free video tutorial. Again, to get that, just sign up for our free weekly newsletter over at oldpodcast.com. And if you do that, you'll also be entered to win books every month. And that's a wrap for today. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll be back tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.
Hello, Life Optimizer. This is Justin Malik, creator and producer of this podcast, but also Optimal Living Daily, the show where I read to you from even more blogs covering finance, productivity, minimalism, personal development, and more from incredible bloggers like Derek Sivers, Zen Habits, Mark and Angel, The Minimalists, and all the ones you hear on this show too. So if you enjoyed today's episode and like taking amazing blogs on the go, come on over to Optimal Living Daily and subscribe to that one too. And together, we'll start optimizing your life.
You've been listening to Optimal Finance Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode and head to oldpodcast.com. That's OLDpodcast.com for a free gift as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.